Do you know what time it is? It's Dreamforce time. Let's go. The check-in experience was pretty awesome. I thought registering before the event with your selfie was great. I was able to do the express check-in at peak time. So I showed up 45 minutes before the keynote, the main keynote with Benny Hoff, the CEO, going on stage, which is the main event that everybody wants to attend. Crowds were just insane. Like everything was stopped in San Francisco. The Moscone area was shut down for these humongous crowds to come together. And so eventually what happened was I was able to check in and get my badge in like seconds, like super well organized. You can see the check-in process. And yeah, what happened after that was I wanted to make it to the keynote. That's where the crowd situation was out of control. People were already saying the keynote is overflowing, there's no more space. And so they already set up rooms in other halls. They already expected it to be completely full. And this is a problem for a first-time attendee. I didn't know I had to show up like 2 hours before to grab a seat. I wanted to get you some video. I managed to snatch someone, as you can see a shot of the main keynote here. But like the way it was handled was a little bit panicking in my mind. I thought it was just a little bit concerning. It wasn't a positive experience for me getting in. I mean, the crowds are great, having a lot of people turning up. Awesome, but this is a business event. It's like $1,500 to $2,000, even more if you paid for like VIP tickets. And therefore, yeah, pushing people back like we're kids trying to enter in, I don't know, a baseball game. I don't know, the crowds, yeah, this is 50,000 people. It's a lot of people, but it's not a lot of people. This is like what sporting events deal with on a weekly basis. So it's just basic crowd management that was somehow lacking, I feel. I've never seen this level of crowds, probably ever. It feels like you're in an amusement park, in a Disney park. Dreamforce is the technology convention conference of reference. This is where all the business professionals in technology come to. It feels like you're thrown into this incredible experience of activations everywhere. I've never, ever seen this level of activations at a business conference. Most of them actually owned by Salesforce. Salesforce is the company running this event. It is a tech company. I mean, the way they're doing it is just incredible, right? This is a user conference. This is where customers of Salesforce come to learn about the product, to spend more, and prospects as well, and everybody else. And therefore, you can't show up midway. You have to show up in full force. You have to show up in a way that makes it incredibly special. And see, what I'm speaking here, I can show you. Look at this session we're having right here. I'm entering and somebody is presenting and it's going live. Look at that, live demo.
Hello, Anna. Are you calling about the gray Eco Leisure pullover that is ready for pickup in the Stanford Shopping Center location?
Yes, but I'm actually closer to Union Square right now, so can I pick it up there instead?
Let me check. Please give me a moment. Yes, the Union Square store has the gray Eco Leisure pullover in medium available. Would you like to switch your pickup to that location?
I mean, you got the picture, right? Pretty incredible, like the way they're staging all of this, the way it looks. And I can show you probably 15 to 20 examples of this. It's not gonna be enough for like 15 newsletters to get you all this, or I probably would need 3-4 times the space of the video, the length of this video. And yeah, whenever you turn around, it feels like a playground. You literally feel like you're in a theme park. There's always something happening, capturing your attention, a game to play, lots of games. People want to be engaged, but also serious conversations about business. Like, this is not just the usual boring stuff. It's a mix of everything, right? And I love how some companies are showing in multiple ways. And with different types of activations. From an experiential perspective, whenever you walk into areas, even with like thousands of people, a DJ everywhere, I love that, how they position everywhere, but also look at stores, merch going away. At all times it feels like you're in Disney for business and tech, which is great. The vision for something like this, the ability to pull something like this, no other business event is able to do something like this. With this level of investment and these levels of activations, it's just natural that you use every opportunity to do content. But what they did here with Salesforce Plus in terms of a live show happening with a full studio implementation on site, it's the dream of any content creator that wants to be at an event. It's the type of show that we had during the pandemic, if you remember, when 2021, 2022, there wasn't a lot of people, it was hybrid events happening. But they're doing it here, but also like the live streaming of the keynotes. There's a lot of attention for that. Is every opportunity being used? I haven't seen a lot of content creation here. I haven't seen a lot of people capturing stuff around. Yes, there's multiple crews doing content around, but it feels like very businessy, very scripted, not as spontaneous. So yeah, maybe from a social media perspective, the activity is a little bit more out there, but I feel that, yeah, it's been interesting. I think that probably more could have been done, but like this studio is going to stay with me forever. I feel they did an incredible job of catering for all the different type of content needs by accommodating as many formats as possible. So you have the keynote, you had a breakout, you had roundtables. Very interesting way of doing roundtables. I love that. I want to see it at every event I go to. Such a clever way to get people together. Now, I asked the staff how they implemented the roundtables, which was very clever in my mind. But at the same time, they didn't have like a fixed format. It was like more left to the speaker and the session, but like they had discussion. Discussion was part of it at all times. And it was part of the schedule, which is a problem that we see with a lot of at the event type of meetups that kind of do not justify the budget for you to attend an event like this. So you kind of have to have that certainty of certain topics being covered and roundtables being there. So yeah, I love the way they did it. I think it was clever. Also how they marked sponsored sessions on the show floor, which were like attended in hordes. And it's very interesting. I spoke to some of the exhibitors here that even for a 10 by 10, spend north of $100,000 to get in. To get a sponsored session seat, you need to bring a client or be invited by a client or a prospect, which is a very interesting way of doing sponsor sessions. So you know it's going to limit pitching. And this has been a recurring issue with my clients. How do we do sponsor sessions well? How do we not give the stage to a company that is then going to pitch and annoy everybody? Well, you force them to have a client and have some sort of a panel discussion slides, but with clear, real examples. Another area that I loved a lot is the Trailblazer Forest. This is an area to experiment and to learn about the product specifically, and the way it's been carried out, it's once again outstanding. There's a bunch of other people, genuine people, volunteers and not, that literally went above and beyond and created a great experience for me. People dancing, you can see them in this video. Somebody greeting me. I was doing the opening for this video. Super nice, spent time with me trying to learn about me, super nice, saying, oh, if you want to ask me a question, I'm here. A lot of human signage as well, which I love. You know, the idea of like having people standing around, all around San Francisco in the area, pointing where things are. I think like that human touch is like so needed. As a first-time attendee, I was able to speak to someone that at least like tried to help in most cases. I was never left by myself where I couldn't find information. At least they were trying to help. Even a super nice lady I asked roundtables format. She literally went above and beyond to try to answer a question. Obviously, she had no clue what I wanted to know, but like she was still trying to help. And I feel these people are the ones that you know, really delivered above and beyond. But how do you ensure consistency? That's a challenge. Also, how do you measure the impact of this? Like in general, people have been super nice, and you see from a line perspective how this is managed. Like this is a sponsor session, for example, happening at the event. There's a line to get in. This is the enter here line. There's no drop-in versus pre-registered. So this is a usual line with the speaker happening. Also, you can tune in to listen to the live sessions, which is pretty cool. And yeah, discuss that, which is great. From an accessibility perspective, the audio on the show, it's awesome, but also dedicated services to drive people with impaired vision or limited mobility into the different areas of the event with dedicated team members for that. I love that. Probably having some sort of tours. I don't know, I didn't see them. Maybe they have them, but that information didn't get to me, and I opened as many emails as I could to find that information, or I couldn't see if there was a first-timer tour or some sort of going around. Now, special kudos to my friends at GPJ, great agency, that gave me a behind-the-scene tour, who's been producing this event, and it's been incredible. 2,000 people on the floor, monumental effort. I spent some time talking to their incredible strategy team, and what they're doing for the show, it's amazing. Now, speaking about community, what I loved was the community cove. This was an area where people could come together and express their love for the product, how they get people to decide on next year's logo by voting, and you get personalized swag. Hats specifically, caps right now are so hot. I covered this. Oh, everybody wants to get a cap somehow, and personalized even better. The swag amount, by the way, is just ridiculous. Like, the amount of swag that people are giving out just drives me crazy, with personalized being the most sought after type of swag. Whatever, it's a piece of clothing and it's personalized. We've seen it at events like IMAX with the cowboy hats going ballistic and everybody wanted to get one. Obviously, for $60 worth of hat, I mean, giving stuff away for free always works in terms of giving a lot of it away for free. Now, then, does it work for business? That's a different strategic question. I also spent some time with Gazwin, who's leading the field marketing and demand gen operations for DocuSign, who showed up here with multiple activations. And this is what he had to say about his presence at the show. All right, we're here at Dreamforce. Who am I with?
You are with Gazwan Almozen. I'm the Events Audience Acquisition Director at DocuSign.
Awesome. And Gazwan, you're doing so much here at Dreamforce. What event is this one? It's like, what Dreamforce is it for you?
Dreamforce is our second big activation for DocuSign after Momentum, our customer flagship event that happens in your city every spring.
And it's not your first Dreamforce, right?
It's not my first Dreamforce.
We've done a few.
Been here like 3-4 Dreamforce, yeah. And we keep growing year over year as well with our activations and our presence with DocuSign presence at Dreamforce.
Awesome. And you're doing a lot this year, right? Yeah. You're doing a lot of different activations, different floors. You're doubling down on it, which means it should be.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the event to be if you're in technology, right?
It's the event to be, Dreamforce, you know it. So we have so many activations happening on-site at Dreamforce and off-site as well. On-site, we have like 3 booths where we have booth in the campground. We are part of the Agent Force Pavilion as well. And then we are on Howard Street next to the waterfall where we have our DocuSign Outpost. Lots of games, lots of activities, lots of things happening to engage with people, so they will know more about DocuSign, our intelligent agreement management, and all the great solutions we offer for them as well.
So tell me more about what is different about working with Dreamforce as opposed to a regular event where you would have a booth and something like that, because there seems like there's specific rules, specific sort of rules of engagement that make it quite unique, I'd say, right?
You have to bring your A game. There is no other option but bringing your A game for everything that you put. Then we might make sure that the investment is their ROI on the investment is absolutely where it should be. Because an event with this size, definitely there's an opportunity to meet lots of customers and then retain new customers as well.
And you have speaking slots here?
Yes, we do. So we're offering sessions at the Canopy Hotel across the street from Moscone Center, and then we're taking over like few floors where we are offering sessions about IAM in the AM. We're offering sessions with our partners, with Deloitte as well. We're offering sessions and happy hours and receptions all over the 3 days, the events that's happening. We're bringing customers to speak and meet current and new customers as well. And then we're hosting lots of meetings, of course, because this is where you bring the pipeline from all these meetings and close deals throughout the event as well. So
If you have to think like of a split of existing customer versus new customers, what's the split that you would expect here in terms of business, business development, new leads, and existing customers that you hang out with?
So we have content for everyone, whether they visit us at the Moscone Center or offsite the Moscone Center. We have content that's related to every industry and every line of business and every stage they are within their funnel as well. If they're ready to interact with DocuSign and be a customer, or they're just thinking about it and trying to tease the word, see how we can help them create, commit, and manage their agreement as well. So it's all within using AI for upfront.
Is it a 40, 60, 50-50 split? What would you say? 50-50? Wow. So a lot of existing customers, right?
Yes.
Do they stop by the booth? Do they attend the sessions? Do you know?
They do, and we reach out to them via marketing and our sales team as well. So we make sure that we double down on the efforts for us to market all our customers with Salesforce integration. And now we're showing them how they can do more with Agentforce as well, so they can unlock success with intelligence and image management within Salesforce. They can do so much more with our integration with Agentforce and Seer and beyond.
For the speaking, I heard that you gotta bring a customer or prospect on stage. You can't just go, like if you have a sponsor session, just go as a company and talk about your product, right?
Customers want to hear from other customers. They can hear from us selling to them all the time. The message resonates better when you are hearing it from another customer as well. So there's so much going on that they can showcase with them, their pain point, their win case studies, and their win story as well. It's going to help them build more and do more with DocuSign. And we offer sessions tailored to enterprise companies and then mid-sized companies as well, all based on their capacity and where they are.
Love it. What do you think? I mean, this is like a huge event, right? So it is like probably the biggest for you. You exhibit at a lot of events. You show up with some amazing stuff. How important is an event like this for you as a company?
Very important, because this is where our customers are. They will be not only our event, our customer events. There will be also other industry events, because they're users of other products and other companies. So we go to meet them where they are, make things easy for them and for us to continue the conversations and close more deals as well.
What's the vibe this year? I mean, going into the event, right? You always have sort of a pulse. People opening up the email saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna go. How do you feel is this year? How does this year compare to previous editions?
It's definitely bigger and bolder than ever before.
Interesting.
For our activations and the vibes that we're getting from everyone joining for activations.
For those that are thinking about exhibiting here, companies like yourself, what's your tips? What is your strategy? Strategy. Everybody has we hope they have a strategy. I mean, honestly, looking at some routes, not necessarily, but what's your sort of survival guide for exhibiting at Dreamforce?
Get on it early as possible. Get in touch with the Salesforce team, so you can lock in your strategy earlier, and then hopefully you can choose the strategic location for your booth as well, where the majority of traffic is, and then identify your customers within Salesforce. So all your customers who will have Salesforce integration, those are the key people that you want to talk to and meet with, and then make connections and invite them to all of your content, all of your sessions, all of your activations, to spark conversations and keep it going during Dreamforce and after.
Let's talk ROI when we're exhibiting an event like this.
Yeah.
How do you measure it? And for whatever you can say, is it positive when you show here, or do you assume that the brand keeping in touch with customers and whatever, it's more important than actually making straight money out of it?
Yeah, there's always ROI and ROE. So we always try to deliver on the ROE, the experience, as much as we can with all the things that we can offer to our customers. We see them, we hear them, we value them so much, and we would like them to spend their week with us at Dreamforce with all of these activations we have. And there is also the ROI when we want to bring pipeline to the company through all these meetings that we book with the existing customers as well. and the customer prospects during that week. So pipeline all the way.
Interesting. Do you measure it in a specific way? Do you keep an eye on like all the interactions that you had, with your existing customers, and how do you track the impact of it? Is there a way for you to track it, or is it more something that you have to do? Because like realistically, you're a technology company, biggest technology event. If you're not here, you don't exist.
Yeah.
Right?
You track everything. The simple answer to that is that we track every single thing. So every single activation has its own campaign name that we track in our dashboard, and we know exactly where people are coming from, what's the influence, what's the pipeline in the room, and how it's affecting the overall multi-touch attribution dashboard that we have
Very cool.
during.
And do you think this event has like a stronger performance compared to other events that you have done in terms of the impact that it has down the line on your customers and so forth?
Absolutely, because this is the biggest event and all of our big accounts are here at Dreamforce. So this is how it's going to be the biggest return on investment, which we kind of grow year over year, double or triple times.
Interesting. Because like there's a lot of conversation of, investing in these big events, right? We're just off of IMAX, we were together in a side event, which we enjoyed a lot, right? So you may sometimes ask you, like, is it worth it to still go to these like huge events and kind of like, instead of like saying doing something on the side and that's that. A lot of people are thinking that way, completely erasing the massive presence, the move, the activation. What's your take about that?
Absolutely, it's worth it if you invest correctly in it. It's what you get, or to invest with what you get.
And what do you mean by correctly? How do you define that?
So it's making sure that you have you touch all of the activations that you're like, when you're planning something, that is the content, the marketing, the sales team reaching out to the customers, everyone coming together to make this moment in time a long-lasting effect for the companies and the accounts and the deals they are working on. So making sure that you fully take on all of the things that's happening on site at that event, big or small, and then making sure that you take part of that in a tailored way that can help you and help your customers get to the finish line faster and then close that pipeline.
I love it. Yeah. By the time this video is gonna go out, my newsletter of tomorrow will be out with something that I'm working on, which is a new event-led go-to-market model, where events are at the core of what we do. And so I'm starting to define that. And, I started going through the different phases, the pre-event, where you said, right, you did a webinar, for example, to promote this. Yeah. And then, but like the one where I started to struggle, and something that I see with my clients as well, is definitely the post-event, and where the key sync between salespeople and event professionals need to happen, right? Yeah. That's what do you do with your sales team to say, listen, people, we've been at Dreamforce, it's not been cheap. You have to like kind of show up here with a lot of stuff.
Absolutely.
How do you make them deliver? Because we had that conversation as well during our IMAX dinner, right? How do you get the salespeople to deliver?
We show them the value on this event and like the value from the previous activation, previous events. So we were at Dreamforce last year, and these are all the logos that we captured during our Dreamforce activation last year. Like we met with them, we closed this many deals. This is how much pipeline it generated. Same thing for our customer event as well. So we start with them and then we train them exactly about. We make them feel like they're part of the event's experience. So we walk them through everything that we're offering. And then we make sure that they have access to all of the learnings, all of the content immediately after the event. So while I do the marketing follow-up with the attendees, they do the outreach for them and they continue the conversations beyond just.
Can you share a little bit of your secret sauce? Something that is like not the usual things, because everybody's like been trying everything and like everything is not working as it used to, right? So you gotta be clever on all. And so drip campaigns, how you engage, we just shared on the newsletter, send a personalized video instead of sending an email, right? Something recorded that people can see, oh, we met at the booth, we remember you, maybe a picture of you at the booth with the person, starting to be clever.
Fun, absolutely keep it fun, have fun with it. B2B is the H2H, human to human.
Love it.
If you're not talking to human, no one is going to listen to you, no one's going to care about that follow-up email. Personalized doesn't mean equal personal, it's different. You have to create the personal experience for them because, hey, I met you at Dreamforce, we had this great time talking about this. Let's keep up the conversation versus, hi, we scanned you at the booth. Now you can come and book time with me. I'm like, I don't want to book time with you. I want to have a conversation with you. I want to have how your product helps me solve my problems and solve my needs for my company and what I'm doing.
I love it.
So everyone we scan at Dreamforce, we give them the personal and tailored messaging and follow-up as well. So they can keep the conversations going, and we make them feel that we're seen, heard, and then we invite them to join us at the future events as well.
What are you doing at the booth today? What is the activation, if there is an activation? Are you doing anything special? People can take inspiration from, as we call it, do not copy stuff. People always think this drives me crazy about the events industry, how people like see something, oh, Julius covered this, let's go and do it, without thinking whether it's relevant for that. I mean, it's good to find inspiration, because honestly, we're not, like, who has come up with an original idea for a booth in the past 10, 20 years? Maybe 100 companies. Those are the ideas, right? So cyclically, you can say, okay, this is working now. People are wanting more of that now. So it's not like necessarily coming up with something new all the time, but like rather like thinking strategically, what is working now? So what is working for you now?
Is the well, that was a great summary of how people are doing it. And definitely when we walk around, you get inspired by so many activations and so many sponsors bringing their best and greatest ideas to life. It's all about creating the connection and making it fun and engaging and a long-lasting effect. Something's gonna stop them while they're walking to take a picture, to take a photo, to take a video, send it to their colleagues, send it to their team, even with their friends and family, or share it on LinkedIn. This is the organic reach that you're not paying for.
LinkedIn people, you're sleeping on LinkedIn people. You are.
LinkedIn.
Everybody's sleeping on LinkedIn. This is like 50,000 people that are actively on LinkedIn, I'm sure.
Exactly. So there's so much that you can do and you can capture from the moment that it can go viral because you have thought about this next great idea, that's an engaging idea or engaging activation at your demo. Keep it fun, keep it simple, keep it engaging. For us, for example, we're offering the agreements. So it's like agreements with an I.
Okay.
People will get the...
Show me.
I can show you one, how it looks like.
Oh, means...
It's agreements.
Oh, agreements. Oh my God, agreements. Agreements, people. Of course, tell people what DocuSign does. It's for the people that don't know.
It's a company that we manage the company intelligent agreement management tool with. Now we have.
You know, when I started my business, the first tool I paid for was DocuSign for 3 businesses in a row.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, because it's the first thing where you get serious and like you need to sign a contract with someone. That's the platform. I mean,
The company started 20 years ago with e-signature, and we're way beyond e-signature now.
what do you do more than that now?
Manage the whole agreement system with AI. It can help you not only store, navigate, but find solutions and then better manage that workflow and streamline that workflow within your company, organization or teams within your company or with customers as well, if you're sending that.
Are you making recommendations also in terms of the actual agreement as well? Is that something that you're thinking? Because AI is going to be big for that.
Absolutely. The contract lifecycle management tool, and then how they can search our AI agent, Iris, and to help them to find the clause more easily and then find any gaps or anything that they would need to solve for that agreement in one place.
I love it. Okay, and so you have more. Oh, you are saving trees, of course you are. Yeah, I mean, who's sending a contract to someone to sign or a PDF? Like, you know, I mean, we're past beyond that, right? But I guess from an enterprise perspective, I mean, yes, the sort of the small business owner will have a need for DocuSign, but from an enterprise perspective, you manage like hundreds, thousands of contracts constantly. This is like becomes a big deal, right? Where you need the specificity. And you run your user conference as well. Tell us more about that.
So our user conference, it's called DocuSign Momentum. It's in the springtime in New York City. And this year we are hosting it at the Javits.
Okay.
The biggest and the coolest venue in New York City as well. It's happening May 20 and 21st.
There's going to be a lot of fights in the comment for the coolest, but you know, there's a lot of opinions, but definitely the biggest.
The biggest, for sure, in agreement. It's the agreement event that everyone needs to attend if they're working agreements. Because agreements are a team sport, right? Because everyone's part of the agreements. Registration will open in January. and we'll hope to see everyone there.
Awesome. What is special about the user conference, like about the experience? You're an experienced person. You talked about human to human. How do you develop that at a conference level?
We cater everything to our attendees. If they joined us last year or 3 years ago or are new to DocuSign, we make sure that there's content for everyone, and then we try to make sure that the experience is like up level to their expectations based on their feedback, they got the survey or in person, because it's a smaller, intimate event, not as big as Dreamforce, not yet, but
You're getting there.
we're getting there. We make sure that the experience is up to their expectations, and then all the things that we offer them, from meeting with our experts, with meeting with executives, and sometimes we have some celebrity speakers, surprise.
Oh, very cool.
We keep it cool, we keep it fun.
And how long is it? A couple of days.
A couple of days. Yeah.
All right, we're here. We made it to the booth. Tell us more about the booth and what we see here.
So this is our booth, DocuSign booth, where you can come, stop by, and then learn more about DocuSign and how it can help you do more with Salesforce and outside.
Listen, great positioning here, right? High Street. Right, it's exactly where the action is, next to the theater. Did you pick the positioning strategically?
We did pull some strings.
I love it.
And then, yeah, high foot traffic, as you can see it.
Awesome. Well, Gazwan, thank you for being with us today. It's been an enlightening conversation. Thank you for being my chaperone on this, my first time at Dreamforce. Yeah, awesome.
To be partner with you on all the things, and always great to see you at events.
Let's do it. Thank you. Take care. Obviously, the Dream Park is the first impact with the show, and I love the way it's been activated with companies like DocuSign and WhatsApp being present there, but also a full stage. Here you can see Jewel about to go on stage. In the middle of the Dream Park, this is like in between the two Mosconis, and they shut down the whole street to actually activate it, make it feel like a theme park. It's incredible. I think it's the way they did it, and also pulling content, high profile content within it. Logistically, to be honest, when the session was happening, it was a little bit of a nightmare, but the experience feels like a festival, feels like a concert. And if you can pull it, you can make it happen. I think it was pretty incredible. I'm thinking about applications like that, say at Anaheim Convention Center, where they usually shut down the street in between the two hotels outside of the convention center to get food trucks for specific activations, parties. Love that. Salesforce is big on learning. They have programs online where you can learn extensively about the product. The way they're pulling it together, gamifying it, earning badges, that are very important for these people, by the way. It's fantastic. And you could sit for like 2 to 3 hours learning about something, about a tool, about a specific application, and then do a test about it, earning the badges, earning rewards. The way they were pulling it together was so packed. People loved it. And so I thought it was like a very great experience on how they pulled it together. Mini hackathons, powered by AI, of course. It was like, yeah, very well done. And I loved every single moment of it. You could see people engaging and learning together by themselves. And I think events today have to cater for all the different learning styles. And a content session per se, despite like all the content sessions being super packed, because we're in the world of AI, and AI is important. People want to learn about it. And so this event has been packed from a content perspective. Everybody wants to know about AI. So it's not your typical event where content is not as important. I feel this event specifically had a lot of attention for it. They created it in a way that was great. That's probably one of the best lounges I've ever seen, ever, was the PricewaterhouseCoopers PwC lounge in the Creative Museum right across the street from the Moscone. So they took over the whole venue, and oh my God, like it's an oasis of content, activation, swag. Let's talk about that, because you walk in, you check in, super easy. Congrats event for the check-in. I love the check-in experience. I registered in a super fast with Cvent Express, very well done. And then what I got my badge, I walk in, there's an area where you can grab a headphone and listen to the live keynote. Again, I told you, like, overflow everywhere. So they thought about it, very clever. They knew people were not going to be able and going through the stress, especially high profile C-level people going through the stress of going to a keynote and the lines and the crowds. And so they created an area with beautiful screen, amazing. Then what did they do? Swag, they give you a swag number at the back of your badge. You enter it into a swag vending machine. I love swag vending machine. It's like, you know, as an introvert, I hate with all of myself to speak to someone to get free swag. It feels embarrassing to me that I'm looking for free swag. Like, you know, but then again, do you have that conversation, that sales conversation with someone when you're giving away free swag like that? Probably having someone next to the vending machine would be clever to have those conversations. But I guess, you know, it also depends on your type of prospect. If you have C-level people, you're not engaging with them on an aggressive sale perspective. You're giving them a space to hang out. So it's a completely different proposition from the usual, they're not at a booth where you're trying to close sales. So vending machines for a space like this, I think, worked extremely well, and I loved it. Now, the other area, then you go upstairs, and I couldn't take a lot of video for this. I will switch to the Julius Cam for it. I feel they created meeting rooms where you could have meetings branded in orange, loved it. And free drinks, free food, in a show where food and drinks, a horrible experience, like boxed lunch. We've been pushed away from a table because we were not charging our phone. It was a charging station. People were overflowing into the sessions to try to find a seat. At lunch, there was no seating anywhere. So hundreds of people were sitting outside, overflowing into the theaters to just find a spot where to eat lunch, which was just like a wrap. Again, this is a $2,000 event. So you have to think about that it's kind of like, how did they deliver on that? I mean, at that scale, I get it. It's not easy, but, you know, I think this could be thought out better. The experience was, like, once again, super horrible. But then at the same time, lounges like this, all of a sudden, have an increased value, which is way more than, say, for example, when you have like 5-6 espresso activations at the same show that is giving espresso for free. Completely unneeded. But what PwC thought about is people are going to be stressed, they're going to be hungry, they're going to be needing a space to chill and relax, and they created areas for that and cater for them so well. I loved every single moment of my PwC, despite I was obviously the odd one out in the PwC trying to get to eat it with me and shoot a video. Nobody was looking at me like, what are you doing here? Everybody was super nice and chill, and yeah, super supportive. So loved all of it. PwC, incredible. I've seen other lounges outside. Some of them ventured into doing outdoor lounges, and guess what? You can't rely on the weather. It was raining San Francisco, and so massive impact, at least for today. I'm not gonna go and spend the time outdoors because it was just simply too much. And so that's it for me, people. That's been me at Salesforce. This is all self-produced content and that I bring you from events around the world. Your engagement, your likes, your comments mean the world to me. So make sure to engage with this video if you want me to do more, and I'll see you in the next one.